And a very welcome. This is Liam with the Aquarian TV. This is our new moon ceremony. The most sacred of sacred places are we creating. The moon and the sun, the bride and the groom come together in a sacred intercourse in the home of the moon Cancer, where she's home. Where is our home? The Son of Man. The crows have their nests and the fox have their dens, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head. What's up with that? Perhaps the life that is lived with purpose will have you off on a journey. And your home is where you make it. Our emotional well-being is what this ultimately relates to. Our sense of emotional comfort. This is a time to get into that, the womb of the woman. The iconography that resembles the Cancer archetype is the mother goddess nursing her child. Where inside of us do we need to nurture, bring that feminine compassion to? Often bringing compassion to ourselves is necessary. Forgiving ourselves, accepting that forgiveness, compassion. During this time, we have a square that is becoming closer and closer in its exactitude. 2 to 3, 4 days, it'll be exact, but the energies will build, climax, then hopefully recede. Is this Mars square Pluto? Mars in Aries, the warrior, wants to pop off in a conflict, a point of tension with the plutocracy, the small but powerful behind the scenes in big structures of the concrete systems of this world, rules, laws, authorities. It's like, see, it's not as if it was Saturn, it would be on a grander scheme, like globally. But since it's Mars, it's locally. So people, individuals firing up and popping off unwisely. Why also unwisely? Because at this very exact 7-degree point in Aries, squaring this new moon 7 degrees of Cancer, we have Jupiter. That's giving helium, air, blowing on the fire that needs to be hopefully directed in a healthy way, or just be knowledgeable about it so you could reflect it and say, yeah, let me get out of this situation, maybe revisit it at another time. But before we go into this epic cosmic battle that's happening within us as well as without, is this great nurturing moment. This is like sleeping with the bride before you go into battle where you might not freaking make it. Pluto is death. Well, could be death to the system, to the structures in our lives that are oppressing us. The devil card in the tarot is like, it's already Capricorn. But that's very much Pluto and Capricorn. Hades. Pluto could be addictions but that could serve for great rebirth and regenerations. I saw a lizard today who was shedding its skin, and it was all flaky and coming off. But as soon as he shakes off the rest of that, which is happening in a couple hours, it is new. That new skin drip. P.S. Our world is controlled by reptilians. Get away from us, Anunnaki. That's not a comfortable thought to have. We want to try to have comfortable thoughts. I'm streaming through OBS into YouTube. I wonder. It says that my chat should be available. Maybe no one's chatting. Any y'all chatty Cathys in the chat? You know, we do have Venus in Gemini, which is like end Mercury. So this is like very chatty Cathy time. Gemini gone wrong is the nosy neighbor. Don't be that Gemini. But it's a good time for marketing, advertising, getting yourself out there, connecting, making emails, doing your posts, getting those reels up, getting a message out. And you could do it. A square means there's going to be action there. The square is 45 degrees, 90 degrees. So a semi-square is 45. 90 degrees, they both equal 9. 9 is the number of Mars, and a square has the energy of Mars, the god of war. Put the W in war upside down, and you have Mars. Also arms, like for army. And ram, as in the Aries ram. That rules Aries, where we have a magnifying glass upon making that Aries archetype bigger than ever. It's the great I am. With Mars still there, that is this I am me. This is my freedom as an individual. Bam, square to frickin' Pluto and Capricorn energy. Restricting my freedoms. Now, yes, we see that obviously on the political level in the Americas, so that therefore globally with what's going on. But now let's look into ourselves. Where do we feel that we could be putting these restrictions on ourselves? Which themes of responsibility come up. Saturn and Capricorn vibes. Even though it's Pluto there, it's still Pluto and Saturn are similar. Saturn used to be the furthest planet, and still is the one that we could see of our physical body. And then we go outside the physical realm into the outer Saturnian planets. Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. In between Uranus, the heavens, god of the heavens, Uranus, and Saturn, the lord of the earth, the ruler of this world, we have this asteroid named Chiron, Chiron, and it symbolizes the wounded warrior, and he works in between the two realms like a shaman. He was an herbalist. He wasn't rambunctious like the other centaurs. He was into healing, arts, astrology, teaching the heroes usually, like a couple of Greek heroes like Apollo, and hurt himself, couldn't heal himself, but could heal others through our wounds, perhaps addictions. Those are going to be wounds that the healing blood comes out of. Ways that we could help heal others through our wounds and our healing process, and we're going through it together. There's these internet things. I'm looking for somebody who's emotionally mature. See, that's good. That's good. You can find some cancers that are not. The temper tantrums. I dated a girl. She called me her partner. We lived together. And she was studied for temper tantrums by an uncle at like Duke University. A temper tantrum is the crab jumping out of its shell. It's got a similar Scorpio type thing. It'll sting you. She cut up a blankie of mine one time. I probably deserved it. But my blankie, something with sentimental views. Right now, nostalgia is a theme of Cancer that's highlighted right now. We can control with our brains and the story that we're taking on with our filled with divine purpose and mission. Freaking starseed that we are. Freaking light workers, freaking shadow workers. If you watch this shit, that's what you is. And we all are. We just have to shine that ruby up. Why don't you build me up? Listen to. This is called the Sabian symbols. This guy like channeled this information or just thought about it for each degree and each sign, all 360. There's an image and then there's a writing about it. Excuse me. That was nice. Like feeding, getting somebody comfortable with your favorite blankie, and then feeling comfortable. First comes Taurus, who gives you the material, sensual stuff. But then, Cancer puts that soul in it, baby. Taurus is bringing the food from the field after plowing it. And then Cancer's the mother feeding it to you and prepping it with love and good music and just a vibe. I used to just like to lay out on the kitchen floor when my mom was cooking. Just soak in the vibes, man. Like right next to the fridge, I think, because there was like a warm breeze that came out of it. And then she would keep on opening it up and knocking me in the head, which explains some of my brain damage. Anyways, the image is two nature spirits dancing under the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight, everybody was... Well, at tonight's new moon, there will be no moonlight because the moon is together with the sun behind the chambers. So in the darkness is where we plant how we want to feel in the future by making ourselves feel it now. Feel into what you want. You can manifest it so fast with Cancer. It'll get watered. It's a creation, a new creation, because of the new moon, of something, a relationship, a surrounding, whatever will bring you emotional fulfillment. Perhaps we've been settling for less. Let us empty out that cup as we enter into this new moon, so that we could fill it up with the light that illuminates, that warms, that strengthens, that revitalizes to every strand of a particle of our very being, the very innate. We feel into it, we bring love to it, and we join together in a embrace, a cosmic freaking cradle with this beautiful moon in Cancer. And then we'll see her come out as this beautiful sliver And there is our soul, our chalice cleansed. There it is magnetized along with our spine on the world's axis, for we are a temple, as our earth is a temple, as our freaking solar system, our galaxy, and all the galaxies, all at once. The future and the past, all together in the sacred eternal now. Beyond light and dark, beyond life and death, at one with the one. It is good that we're here, fully present. Now let us descend back into our earthen vessels so that we could bring this warmth of love, of light, courageously forth from our hearts, expressing our most authentic, fully individualized self. Knowing how connected we are all with each other. And so those small little acts that I do privately, that ripple effect goes out to the very edges of the cosmos throughout time and space. May the heavens open up and pour down the graces stored up for us as we pass over into the Aquarian age. Two nature spirits dancing under the moonlight is the imagery. Let us take that into our mind's eye. Two nature spirits dancing under the moonlight. Keynote: the play of invisible forces in all manifestations of life. The play of invisible forces in all manifestations of life. Everything is conscious. Everything exists, is conscious. Minerals conscious on a mineral level, plants on a plant level, animals on an animal level, humans on a human level. Let us come together and tap into the divine, heavenly freaking consciousness that is all freaking powerful, knowing, everywhere, omniscient. Let us go. Come in, and we are vessels for this consciousness. We are acting from our highest place of freaking conscious existence into this most freaking brilliantly put together sacred temple that I call my body, my beautiful chariot. Swing low, sweet chariot. The knight charging out of his, the king, the young king, fully armored, Cancer with its shell, charging out of his kingdom to go out on the world, looking like a boss, is the card in the tarot, the chariot associated with Cancer. The summer solstice, the sun at its height. And now it's reached its zenith and it's going out into town. Bounce, bounce, going out on the town. And this is the text that was given to the image of invisible forces in all manifestations of life. Dog, Cancer, the moon rules your third eye, intuition, feeling stuff. Cancer. To the clairvoyant who visualized these symbolic scenes, the nature spirits or fairies most likely were thought of as more or less imaginary or ideal creations. At least they were linked with hidden and mysterious processes in nature in the moonlight, emphasizes this otherworldly or elusive character. Thus, a contrast is implied between this character and the concrete and material process of building a nest for a physical progeny. The basic concept is that behind all vital processes, one can perceive occult forces at work. They operate within a realm often called astral or etheric, and the moon has a deep influence upon that realm, releasing special solar rays of occult potency. This is the second stage of the 20th sequence. It contrasts the invisible with the visible, the inner with the outer, the dream and the ideal with everyday reality. In a sense, this refers to man's creative imagination. That was a lot of reading. I hope you got the theme. Feminine, creative imagination. If we're just all logical left brain all the time and we're not tapping into our emotional feminine side, you can only copy stuff. You can't create anything, and you're lacking imagination. So, let us cast our nets to the right side and pull out beautiful, inspired, soulful, creative imaginations. Whoa! Did you hear that thunder? I'm going to learn how to play the keyboard one day. I'm going to be dangerous. All right, let's go to the Oracle deck and pick a card to speak to us for this Cancer new moon. It's kind of busy, but we're asked to really to get emotionally comfortable with who we are. Having a bigger I am. Listening is the card that we got. I think telling me to shut up and listen more, Liam. You talk too much. A bad expression of Gemini. Oh, that's a get out of my head. That's a bad voice. Now we have different voices in our heads. Geminis express that the best. Let's get rid of those little nagging ones that tell us we're weird, we're nonsensical. Say thank you, inner critique, but let me live, dog. Can I live, inner critique voice in my head? And who's that speaking to that voice in my head? Just some other thing. Geminis, it's a playful attitude. And this is having us go into nature and listen. She's surrounded by birds and whatnot have you. I don't have my automatic focus. I mean, what do I have going on in Taurus? The North Node. And Mars is about to enter. Conjunct Uranus. That's the end of the world. Shit. Dog, I don't want to be here for the end of it. I think you could escape time and space, which is what happens when we leave this material realm. And you could choose to enter back into it at any time. We don't think about reincarnation like that. It's called like current incarnation. And I think we must have looked at this part of time and be like, oh damn, we better get in there and do something. This is a nurturing time before we hit Leo season, which is bam, going for the freaking throne, getting crowned, putting your scepter in your hand and ruling with your creations. Now is in the listening, imagining part of it, intuiting. Get into it. I wanna get into it, into it. I wanna get into it. I got me a scepter. Made it from this freaking magical stick I got helping somebody move, and it was broken. But then it's got a guy with this. There's a snake coming up it, just like our Kundalini energy. And then on the top, I wrapped it up with this freaking quartz crystal coming out the crown. Bam! Fucking A. And my queen is my seat of wisdom, is Cancer. The mother of your children, the mother of your soul, the queen of heaven, the mistress of the night. Oh, Isis. Isis is the bright star in the night sky, Sirius, in Cancer. The mother to Horus. The Milky Way comes out of Cancer. We are fed celestial freaking waters. Let them rain down upon us. Where is my dinger? Let us go to the tarot. Magical cards. Open up, ye gates, O priestess of the temple. No mortal has ever lifted thy veil. You are all that ever has been, ever will be, and what is now. Open up our fucking third eye so we can listen and hear from you. Oh, the 10 of Cups. Mars in Pisces. Great emotional fulfillment. Coming in upside down. Damn, Danny. But you know what? If I'm going to get a reversal, I'm going to want to get the freaking Happy Ever After card. Why would it be Mars in Pisces, pray tell? Because it is a surrendering, a laying down of your sword, of that lower ego, to the crested consciousness, crested, crowned, with our heart freaking crowned. Like the image of a heart with an eye in it, our first eye, our single eye, or our third eye, crowned with a freaking palm tree exploding up behind him, firmly rooted into Mother Earth, and shouting out in jubilation and praise for this very awesome experience of our existence at the highest fucking level of it being, so mote it be. It is good that we are here. with that card coming in upside down, I think it's saying to creatively use our imagination to get us feeling emotionally fulfilled, while also not being stagnant, thinking about the past too much, keeping us from moving forward. Have a new way of feeling about something that is better. Turning that frown upside down. Don't you wear it when you come around my town. Okay, so let us get some advice on what can we do to help us to feel more emotionally fulfilled. We're doing too much and not being clear and single of thought. You cannot serve two masters. In Gemini season, maybe. But now it's time to pick one. They're going to pour your energy into it after some time spent in reflection, listening, feeling. Those are invisible freaking energies, forces in the world. Get into it. What would make us feel better? All right, we're imagining it, and now we're creating it. Earth, Pluto in Capricorn, that could be planting something really rich into the most fertile of frickin' soil. Pluto of the underworld. And then pumping out some precious oil to bless this frickin' earth. Can I get a and It is good that we were here. Earthed. Bro, you need to get earthed. It's like somebody gets knocked out or like somebody pile drives somebody. But bro, you just got earthed. Or in the conscious community, like if somebody's hip to really what's going on, they're not woke, but based. It used to be woke until I got co-opted. But bro, are you even earthed? Because this is a time to freaking get earthed so that we can fill it up with these fresh new freaking Cancerian waters. Given experience all these new feelings that are new, fresh. Behold, everything is new, a new earth. But at the same time, learn how to be human in the world, but not of it. Get earth, bro. But know that you're just the emotional realm is we can't see it. But we could see the actions of it. How we react to those emotions. The moon shows us how we react. Well, we could consciously act mentally so that the emotions that we experience will be more fruitive. And we take a sword to cut away that which is keeping us burdened. Willing the cosmic current to flow in your favor. This will conclude my new moon Cancer ceremony. I hope you enjoyed it.